Send Help is a return to form for Sam Raimi, making for a nostalgic, bloody fun time at the movies. It's arguably his best film since 2009's Drag Me to Hell, and that's probably the film this one is most comparable to in terms of tone and style out of all the films in his filmography, but it's not without its share of flaws. It's messy, predictable, and it feels like the story drags in some parts, so maybe 15 or 20 minutes or so could have been trimmed off the runtime, and the visual effects are kind of lackluster and can be a bit distracting at times. But I don't think any of those things are enough to ruin the film, because this is the type of movie that doesn't take itself too seriously. So if you're on the same wavelength and you're a fan of Raimi's over-the-top blend of gore and absurdity, then you're most likely going to have a good time. Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien really revel in their roles, with O'Brien playing the perfectly loathsome antagonist. And the screenplay gives Rachel McAdams the freedom to completely let loose, and her performance is thrilling and hilariously unhinged. The push-pull dynamic between the two of them keeps the film consistently entertaining even when the story starts to falter. The cinematography and editing also give the film some energy and add to the campy tone with some extreme close-ups, crash zooms, match cuts, and just lots of stylistic flourishes. Danny Elfman's score is great as always and heightens that feeling of suspense. The film follows Rachel McAdams, who plays Linda, a hardworking employee who's mistreated by the newly appointed CEO, Bradley, played by Dylan O'Brien. On the way to Bangkok for a company merger, their plane crashes in a storm, and Linda and Bradley are the only survivors and wind up stranded on an island. Since Linda is a huge fan of the show Survivor, she has the knowledge and the instincts to keep both of them alive. So the power dynamic between them starts to shift, and that's all I'm going to say about the plot. But right away, the screenplay does a great job of making us empathize with Linda because she's easy to identify with. She's the person who put in the work, who gets passed over for the promotion, so you want to root for her. So it makes the chaos that follows all the more enjoyable to watch, even when the story enters predictable territory. I don't think this movie will work for everyone, but it was exactly the type of silly, ridiculous, bloody, campy, fun movie I'd expect from Sam Raimi. So I got what I wanted out of it and had a good time. I think you might like Send Help if you enjoyed Yellow Jackets, the episode of SpongeBob SquarePants with the magic conch shell, and films like Triangle of Sadness, Swept Away, Red Eye, Castaway, and Misery. Send Help will be in theaters on January 30th. If you've seen it, comment and let me know your thoughts.